I'm here with Doug McLennan, who's going to talk to us about the project he's doing here at the lab, which involves reconceiving the way that a newspaper is built.
So I'm kind of in love with the notion right now that stories could be built in unconventional ways. We think about reporters going out and finding a story and talking to lots of sources and then coming back and distilling it into some sort of way, and it has a linear kind of quality. If you were, as a journalist, instead of a person who was the weaver of the linear narrative, but it's all in your voice, what if instead you were more of a facilitator of a story, a wrangler of a story? You have lots and lots of voices, and how do you sort out the voices? And I think that's really what the role of the journalist becomes, is to be able to take the voices and shape out of that some sort of truth about a story. And so in that way, you're not just transferring what we've always done and just sticking it online and going, voila. So what I've been experimenting with is holding a series of debates. So in the early days of blogging, we used to invite, the 15 smartest people that you could think of on an issue, throw out the issue and have them for a week blog back and forth, which was great. One thing I noticed, though, as we were doing this is that inevitably the best comments, the most interesting things came not from those experts that we did, but from the comments that people would contribute. What I'm looking for is a way to integrate that community content into the best of it, into the interface with the experts. So we're going to try an experiment here in which the front page will essentially be three. There's all sorts of explanation about what it is that the story we think is going to be. And then below you have these three columns, and so one's essentially a pro, one's a con, and then this is argument, right? And we've invited people to give their best arguments here, and then people get to come in and they will choose which side they're arguing. And it'll be signified in a graphic way. So you'll get plus and minus arguments all down here. The other thing that we're hoping to do is that when I refer to something over here, it links over to this particular argument over here. And when you call it up, you can find threads through the argument that make coherent sense.
So therefore, you've already ruptured that linearity, that sort of static linearity that we're so accustomed to here.
Right.
And you've allowed for a lot of different narratives, competing narratives, to form.
That's right.
Simply by changing the user interface.
That's right.